What is up, guys? Digger Jim here, back with another video. First, I want to talk a little bit about the camera setup. Yeah, I got a new system. I ditched the laptop. The laptop's over here dying, and I got a bigger monitor, so the camera's mounted up top here, so you see everything. Yes, my room is a mess. One day it'll get cleaned up, but who knows? But yeah, so that's enough of that. Today we're going to be talking about, I'm doing a review of Marvel Superheroes Contest of Champions. This is a 3-part series. This is issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. There you go. So it's a 3-part series. It's a great series. It came out in 1982, I believe. And a fun fact was, originally, Marvel had set up the Contest of Champions to be to coincide with the 1980 Summer Olympics. But we did not attend those Olympics at that time, and they were going to have, like, you know, all the different Marvel characters. The comic book was have different characters doing, you know, different trials in the Olympics and whatnot. But we didn't go to that Olympics because we were protesting the Russian-Afghanistan war, and so we did not attend. So they had to do something different. So they thought about it, I guess, for a couple of years and decided we're going to do something a little different. And yeah, so they came out with this Contest of Champions. This is a great, great story. If you ever get to read it or pick up, you should pick up all 3 of them. I do every time I go into a con or a place that might be selling them. It's done. The script is done by Bill Matlow, Stephen Grant, and Mark Greenwald. This is early JR work and Bob Layton. Yeah, JR and John Romita Jr. and I think Bob Layton does some of the covers. Pablo Marcos does the inks on it. So yeah, it's good stuff. But I want to talk mainly about the fact that this is a huge key if you think about it, because it comes up with, it has 5 different first appearances. I'm going to put maybe right here. The first appearance, this first one is Shamrock, right? And then the next one is Defensor. And then the third one is Arabian Night. The 4th one is the Peregrine. I think I'm saying that right. And the 5th one is Talisman. All 5 of these are first appearances. And I don't know if you know, but Talisman eventually, I don't know, he disappears. And they give that title to the daughter of Shaman in Alpha Flight. But these are the first appearances of any of these characters that I know of in the Marvel DC universe. So that's pretty exciting. But the fact that they got all of these different groups of people together, I thought was interesting. I also thought it was interesting that if you look inside, when they're all doing their everyday life, you know, in some capacity. You can see, you know, they're at the Fantastic Four here are at a luncheon or a dinner or something to celebrate them, and they disappear. And they bring, as you can see, they bring the Russian super soldiers like Vanguard and Darkstar. So they're not all quote-unquote superheroes. They bring in the X-Men. They bring in Alpha Flight. They bring in Spidey. Everybody comes to the show. So this is all of the champions in the area. And here's a big picture of it. I'm not sure if it's the first appearance of this lady right here, flying in the middle right there. I don't know if you can see her. I want to say it's not. I think she's in Hulk. Her first appearance is in Hulk, and I think her name is Scarab or something like that. But what I found interesting is that they all go and associate with people they know. So, like, you know, the Asgardians talking to the Eternal. Wolverine's obviously talking to his old buddies, Alpha Flight. Even different countries. Like, this is Captain Britain from England, and that's the first appearance of Shamrock, and she's from Ireland. Machine Man and Vision, I think that's hilarious. The Spideys meet up. Spider-Woman and, Spider-Man, and, they're all talking to each other. These guys over here are trying to figure out if it's some type of, like, mystic thing, You got your ocean guys, Submariner, Triton. I'm drawing a blank on Stingray, I think. So they all associate with each other to try to figure out who's doing this. And then it finally comes to be that the Collector has challenged. I'm sorry, not the Collector. The Grand Master has challenged this hooded figure to a contest, and they each pick out their own champions to duke it out to find these gold pieces, and it's the gold orbs of life. And the Grand Master has challenged her with the thought, if he wins, then his brother, the Collector, who has died, he gets to bring back to life. If the other person wins, whoever it is, because you don't know until the end, then then she wins, or he wins, or it wins, and you just have to find out. But I will say this: the storyline goes really well. They each pick their champions that they want to duke it out to find these orbs, and nobody really dukes it out. They do a little bit. There's a decent fight scene with Daredevil and Iron Fist, which I thought was hilarious, and you see other great fight scenes where Sunfire and Darkstar battle each other. So they did it really well as far as how that went. Captain Britain, She-Hulk, and Defensor. And yeah, so they all end up finding pieces. Now what's interesting in this is there's a math problem. There are 4 pieces, okay? So really, in order to win, you have to win, it can't be a tie. It has to be, 3 against 1, or that you win all 4, but it can't be 2-2. But what's interesting is when you look, they end up both winning 2 pieces apiece. But somehow the Grandmaster wins. And I don't know how that works. How does the Grandmaster win when they each won 2 pieces? So I thought that was a little weird. As a kid, I don't even think I noticed it. I really don't. I don't think I noticed anything about the fact that, hey, they both win, and and they end up being a tie, but the Grandmaster wins. So, I thought that was a bit weird. But the thing about it is it's a great storyline. I'm not going to spoil it all for you. I mean, the Grandmaster wins, but does he win? I don't know. You have to read the whole thing to find out. But yeah, this was one of the first series that I remember as a kid that I was excited. I was so excited this is almost like the first Secret Wars, but not. You just their first collaboration of all these heroes together, I thought was amazing. So I hope that you guys will pick it up and look at it and check it out. That's it. That's all I had. I had a quick review of the story. The art is amazing. The story's great, other than the fact they don't know how to do math. But yeah, it was when you're a little kid in 1982, it didn't matter about the math. It was just about how awesome all these characters got together. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends about it. And as always, keep digging.